Hey folks, Corey Arnold here at Toyota Beasley. Hey, got a look at the 2022 Toyota Tundra, brand new car just now coming out. Of course, this is all over YouTube, all out there about the 2022 Toyota Tundra. Now, what I wanted to do today is that every one of these trucks that's coming in are pre-sold. So what you and I have got to begin to do, we've got to actually be able to use a video to help us order your vehicles. Because to confess to you, this is my first look at an SR5. So I wanted to get out, also looking at the actual double cab instead of the Crew Max. The very first one we got in was a Crew Max model. This one being the double cab. Kind of lets me know about size and things like that. So let's let you check this out and see what you think. Number one, on the front of the vehicle. One thing that they told us to remember is that every trim level has got its own grille. So this grille would change. If we drop down to an SR model, it's going to change. If we go up to a limited, if we were to get our TRD off-road, every trim level, again, has got its grille. We're looking at probably in excess of 6 different grilles that the Tundra actually comes in. It depends on your trim level at which one it is, though. All right? So this particular one has got a package which is going to give us the front and rear parking sonar with braking. Now, let me explain. So what happens here? Whenever you're pulling into a parking space, this lets you know how close you're getting to the actual wall. So let's say you're pulling up to the wall right out here in front of us. The neat thing is, if you're coming into that space too quickly, this vehicle has the ability to activate the braking system through those sensors, okay? That's not standard. That's an option at this particular trim level, but that's a really, really nice option because sometimes, because of the nose of any big vehicle, all right, let's just face it, any big SUV, any truck is going to have a big nose and you can't see your bumper. So therefore, it's nice when that actually activates that right there. Nice option. Also, the fog lamps. I love the fog lamps. They're not out to the side because guess what? They're down the center of the road. I know you would think, just like me, that they would be over on the side, but I like the fact that when I'm driving at night, I want to see the light straight down the center of the road. So a nice option that we've got there. All right, so let's look under the hood and check out this power plant, what we got. I'll tell you one thing I do like. I like the struts here. Now, I was ready to actually get a prop and pull it out because let's just face it, it's a truck. I'm okay with the prop. You don't need a prop though. Look right here on this side. We've actually got the hydraulic little cylinders right there. So it actually goes up, holds it right up for us. I like that. So 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 engine. 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 engine. It develops. Now, for all of us out there who did not want to see the V8 go away, I understand. But let me tell you this. You ready? Better fuel economy, more horsepower and more torque. Better fuel economy, more horsepower, more torque. It does more work it's a bigger work engine than the V8 engine. It will do more, and we'll talk about that on the video. All right, so let's talk about horsepower. All right, last year, outgoing V8 engine had 381 horsepower. This is 389. Now, this is not the larger. The larger hybrid engine is not going to come out until April. This is actually the twin turbo V6 non-hybrid, all right? You ready for the torque? Last year, V8 engine, 401 pounds worth of low and foot torque. This is 479 pounds worth of low and foot torque. Last year, we towed right around about 10,000 pounds. This year, we jump up over 2,000 pounds. We're towing right around max towing of about 12,000 pounds. Now, this particular one being a four-wheel drive, actually, we got to subtract that weight. That's another misnomer. Therefore, they can concentrate a little bit more on towing that we've got there. So two-wheel drives do tow more that we've got in this particular case. But a great engine, great look out there. Also, last year, we only had a 6-speed automatic transmission. This year, we go to a 10-speed automatic transmission. And let me tell you the wonderful news. Gear ratio in the back. Last year, we had a 430 gear ratio. That's why you couldn't pass a gas station in our outgoing Tundra. It was a beast. I get it, all right? It towed well. This tows more. And the gear ratio, you ready for this number? 3.31. You don't need to be concerned about that because we have a 10-speed automatic transmission. And so therefore, because you have more gears to work with, it makes up for the fact that we've got that 331 gear in the back. And the wonderful thing about that, that's where good gas mileage comes from. 5 miles to the gallon better than the outgoing truck. miles to the gallon. That is big news. Instead of this truck averaging somewhere right around about 15, this truck gets up. Now this is the 4-wheel drive, so we're going to get an average of about 19 in this vehicle. 22 on the open highway, a little less in town, but 19 average. To the 2-wheel drive, 20 miles to the gallon average, from 15 to 20 in this particular model, from 14 to 19, 5 miles to the gallon better. That is big news. They promised us big news on gas mileage, and they actually delivered on that. Great news that we've got there. All right, so good looking under here. Can you see where? One thing I did notice, you notice where they put the battery? I didn't fuss about it. I just said to myself, well, you know, I see where the battery is. Big battery, but actually nestled in the back there, and I see why now. That actual air intake on that side, because normally you and I expect the battery to be over here, but no big deal. I'm actually, I'm good either way that we've actually got, that we got on that side. Good looking truck, all right? So let's come on around on the side here. By the way, let me teach you a little trick, okay? Anytime you go to open the hood of any Toyota, go to the Toyota symbol and then go just to the right. Toyota symbol just to the right, so watch this right here, all right? Toyota symbol just to the right, and there's the release right there on that side, okay? All right? Come around on this side. Now, because this is an SR5, all SR5s are standard with a 18-inch alloy wheel. So this is the standard wheel and tire setup for the SR5. The SR model has got an 18-inch steel wheel. This being the SR5 has got the 18-inch alloy. Now, the only way that would change is if you got a TRD Sport package, then this would upgrade to a 20-inch black wheel. If you got a TRD off-road, it would change to a different wheel and tire, but it would still stay an 18-inch model that we've got there. Now, some nice options on this particular one. This one here has got a couple of packages. I'm gonna grab the window sticker so we can see just some of these packages here. All right, first one we want to talk about. Let's talk about the SR5 convenience package. Now, the SR5 convenience package has actually got the blind spot monitoring with the rear cross traffic alert, the front and rear automated braking, and we've got the 32.2-inch gallon fuel tank. So that's what we got on the upgrade. Now, the cameraman is inside. So go up to the screen there, cameraman, and let me show you this right here. All right, so you're ready. So the audio screen, this is the upgrade. This is the whopping 14-inch screen. Now, the one that's standard at this trim level is the 8-inch screen. This is the upgrade, $1,114 to upgrade to this particular screen. Now, when you get to the limited and above, this screen is standard. So let's get a zoom in on that again. The only way to get the screen optional is at the SR5. It's not an option at all on the SR. And on the limited and above, that 14-inch screen is actually standard. Remember something to make sure to ask your salesperson. Wireless Apple CarPlay is now available, so we don't have to plug in anymore. Makes sense to me that we would want to plug in, but we don't have to plug in there. Let's get a picture of the seats because this truck is not standard with the Softex seating. All right, so this truck is standard with cloth seating, but are you ready for this? The SR5 Premium Package includes Softex trim seats, and this is wonderful news here. 8-way adjustable driver seat and 8-way adjustable passenger seat, both with rear lumbar support on the vehicle. So all of the controls that you get here, that's big news for me, because normally what happens is you get 8-way on this side and you only get 4-way on that side. 8-way power passenger seat, 8-way front driver seat as well as the passenger seat on that side, both having the power lumbar support. We'll get a look at that we've got there. I love the actual trim in this particular one. Again, this is the Softex good looking car that we've got there. Now this one does have our heated seats. I have not found the controls for that yet, but I'm sure, oh, I see them right up front right there. Heated seats right there with 3 different controls. We've got the low, medium, and actually high controls that we've got there. Kind of a standard setup, nothing big there. I'll tell you something I can't wait for. Now, I can't wait to drive one of these, but every one of them that comes in again has been sold, so I haven't been able to drive. I can't wait for that, because I'm the type of person, I go down the road and I actually drive with my hand right up there on that side. Kind of a nice option. Now, guys, in the back of the vehicle, let me say this if I can, okay? I don't want you to look and say this car is small, all right? So here it is. It is a little bit smaller than the outgoing Toyota Tundra. But here's what I think you need to decide. If you're looking for passenger compartment, you need to buy a crew max. This is not a crew max. This is a double cab. Okay, so not quite the space that an actual crew max would actually have, but just something for you to know. All right, so I want to show you how the seats actually let up in this vehicle. Now watch what we're going to do here. We're going to come up, and it's holding up right there, and look at all of that space underneath the back there. Big, deep well. I would say probably, goodness gracious, that's probably a good 8 inches in depth right on the inside of that vehicle. So tons of room, and then it's got a little release right there on that side. Now again, this one here, if you say this is a little cramped for you, then guess what you need to do? You need to go to the Crew Max, because for the first time ever, you ready for this? Last year, outgoing body style, the Crew Max was only available in a 5.5 foot bed. Now I want you to rotate over here, cameraman, for me if you would. Now, this is a 6.5 foot bed. This is the standard bed on a double cab, but this bed is optional on the Crew Max. Now, Southeast Toyota is not ordering them right now, but they're going to be coming out, so something we can get for you in the future. Also, great news here as well. We went to a fully composite bed. Please understand something. We did this with Toyota Tacoma years and years ago. This is great news, all right? Number one, keeps the weight of the vehicle down, which is where we get some better gas mileage. But let me show you something in the back here as well. Oh, by the way, this tailgate is a remote tailgate, so with your key fob, you hit the key fob and it actually releases, and this tailgate will actually come down. But I'm going to grab it here. I love the big Tundra that you can see right there. It does have the dampener, so the outgoing, notice that it's not slamming down. The reason being it has a strut to actually assist with this. All right, so back on the inside here, the skid plate, the actual composite bed in the back. Every time you throw a piece of wood or something in a painted bed, when you scratch it, when that rain hits that actual scratch, it instantly begins to rust. This right here, this bed is going to age a lot better simply because it actually does not have metal. So it doesn't have paint to actually come off. It is, by the way, reinforced with aluminum. So it is a tough bed ready for you to work. I love all the compartments and the light up there. Nice option. It's a lot of bed. To me, it's a truck that you can do a lot with, because I see a lot of volume going into the bed back there on that side. Nice. All right, guys, thanks so much. Brief look at this one. It is sold. You've got to come and get yours. Have a great day.